right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey to check out the big dog in the Kia Stinger lineup. This is a 2023 Kia Stinger GT2 all-wheel drive in Aurora Black. Gorgeous looking car. Let's dive in. The front end of the Stinger looking the same as it always has, that nice Kia badge in the middle. This Aurora Black paint looking good. The Tiger Nose grille, fully functional top and the grille on the bottom as well. All LED lighting on the front end, LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED turn signals, and we have functional side air curtains on either side. And overall looking good. As we move to the top though, as you can see, we still have those fake heat extractors on the hood. I would like to see those functional. Wheel and tire setup on the Stinger GT2 for 2023. We have a 19-inch wheel, silver gloss black accents, the big ventilated rotors, the Brembo brakes, all four corners. Front end, we're looking at 225 40 series sidewall, 19s on Michelin Promisee Tour tires. So not the greatest tires. On the back, we got more rubber though. We got 255s on the back, 35 series sidewall, 19s. All right, full side profile on this Stinger GT2 in the Aurora Black, and the Stinger just has a really good look with that fastback look. Of course, this is a hatchback in the back, or lift back if you want to call it, rather than a standard trunk. Overall, a really nice look with the Aurora Black, especially with those red brake calipers up against that. As we move in closer, we are color matched on the wheel wells. We have black chrome on the fender vent on the side, black chrome on the side view mirror with LED turn signal, and 360-degree cameras. We are color matched on the front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap, color matched on the roof with that gloss black shark fin antenna, and then on the top we do have the big panoramic sunroof. Rear end of the car looking good, Aurora Black. We have a nice kick up on that trunk lid. We have all LED lighting on the back, Stinger badge, GT on the right side, and then we have a functional quad tip exhaust, nice slash cut. Do have some venting design underneath, and then the rear diffuser, but overall looking good. And now let's take a listen to this GT2. All right, under the hood, what are we looking at? We're looking at that 3.3 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine, making 368 horsepower, 376 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, MPGs, 17 in the city, 24 on the highway, 20 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91, so Kia does recommend using super unleaded gas in this GT2. All right, we are in the 2023 Stinger GT2, and before we get started with the interior, you're going to know how much is it. Well, MSRP, the way this one is optioned, $56,015. Let's check out the interior. To the foot box, what do we got? We got a nice large aluminum dead pedal, aluminum finish on the brake and accelerator. There is white tape over it, but trust me, it is aluminum. Carpeted floor mats are in the trunk. We have power seats for the driver and front passenger with lumbar, nice touch. We have these beautiful red Napa leather seats with red cross stitch and the GT badge embossed on the front of the headrest on both the driver and passenger door. This is the red interior option, which is an extra $295, but boy, it really makes it look nice. Door panels looking really nice. We got that soft touch material up top. We got silver trim around the door handle. We have the optional Harman Kardon premium sound system in this particular GT2. We have that nice red insert into the door panel with that nice cross-stitch design. Flat black along the switch gear. And on the driver's side, you have 2 memory seats for the driver, which is a nice touch. Moving over to the top, we have soft touch material up top. We have nice black leather with white cross stitch in the middle, some silver trim to break it up, gloss black around the heat and air vent for the passenger, and then down below, a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, here we go with the same old Kia 10.25 inch infotainment system with navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is wired, nice response to the touch, to the pinch, to open it, to zoom in or zoom out. We have dual panel action, which I like, which you can bring up other things besides your map on here, which is a nice touch. We have 3 heat and air vents. I like the design of these. They look real nice. Here are our manual controls now for the infotainment system. Right here, the star is always your favorites button, so you can program that yourself. Here's your 4 ways. Here's your setup, where you can go in and set up your driver profile or change any of the vehicle settings to your preferences, which is nice. We take a look at the backup camera. Right, here we go. We have a nice backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory. And here is the 360-degree view right over here on the right. So I like the way they split that up. Nice and easy to see, and it's very, very clear. So nice job on that. Moving down further, we got dual climate control action right here. You can sync the driver and passenger, which is nice. And then as you change the knob down here, it changes up on your infotainment screen. So that's how that works. Pretty cool. As we move further down, we have nice silver trim on the center console. If you open this up by pushing it this way, you have a 12 volt, a USB, and wireless charging pad. Nice touch there. We have our gear shift to go through this 8-speed automatic. You move it forward 1 click for reverse, which is a kind of a different change. And then when you want to go to drive, you push the side button in and move it back 2 clicks. And now you're in drive. And no matter what gear you're in down here, if you want to go to park, you push the P button for park, and it puts the car back in park for you. Moving down forward, you have your auto brake hold, you have your traction control off, we have the drive modes that we'll see when we go through the dash, and then even further down, you have 3-stage heated and ventilated seats for the driver and front passenger, plus a heated steering wheel. Very, very nice. A little snack tray down here with some rubber, and then a nice soft armrest. You open that up, and you got a place for snacks and some more storage down here. Nice. Kia key fob, standard detonator style key fob, lock, unlock, press and hold to open the trunk, panic button, remote start, nice weight, not too top height, and we got a couple of cup holders right here. Kia steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, Kia badge here, soft touch material around it. We have our controls on our steering wheel on the left side for your telephone and voice commands, on the right side for your cruise control and safety suite info. There is flat black on the switchgear, which is nice. We have a nice aluminum spoke down here with the GT badge, flat bottom steering wheel, nice cross stitch on the inside in red, which is a nice touch. We have paddles to go up and down this 8-speed automatic. On the left stalk, we have our headlight controls, and on the right side, we have our windshield wiper controls. Down here on the left here, you have the button to brighten or dim the dash. This is your lane keep assist on off. Open up the fuel filler cap and open up the trunk lid. All right, the 2023 Stinger does not go digital dash. It's a combo of analog and digital. We have an analog speedometer and on the right with a fuel filler, fuel level gauge, and then we have the tach on the right. With the coolant temperature in the middle, you got that 4-inch display, right, which shows you different information. But as we go through the modes, we have a custom mode, we have a sport mode, comfort, eco, and smart. And the interesting thing is, and I didn't notice this with the 2022, so let me know if I missed something when we did the 22 Stinger GT. But as I change these modes, the seat bolstering on either side of me either gets firmer or softer in each mode that I choose. So it's tied in with that mode button, and it automatically adjusts the bolstering on the seat depending on what mode I'm in. I'm not sure I noticed that on the 2022 GT. That might be something different for 2023. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something or if I have that right. And now we'll move on and we'll go check out the rear of the car. All right, we are in the back of this Stinger, and again, in typical Kia fashion, we have plenty of back seat room, plenty of head space, knee space. Seat is set for my driving position, so looks good, nice and comfortable. Again, we have good cohesive design front to back. Door panels are the same with that soft touch material up top, the aluminum around the door handles, as well as flat black on the switchgear and a nice soft armrest. So I like the design consistency front to back. Nice job. All right, backseat passenger console. We have 2 heat and air vents, a 12 volt, and a USB for connectivity. So Kia's got you covered back here as far as that goes. We do have cargo nets behind the door, or behind the front seats for the rear passengers. And then again, this nice red interior with cross stitch and a nice soft center armrest with 2 cup holders. All right, cargo space in the Stinger. You can either open the the trunk or the tailgate, whatever you want to call it. Since this is a lift back, fastback design sedan, you can either do it from the front dash, the key fob, or if you don't do that, underneath the G in Stinger, there's a button. And you pop that, and up comes the tailgate, and we have electric assist on the way up, electric assist on the way down using this button. And in the back, we have a nice large amount of room. This has the optional all-weather cargo area floor cover, as well as the carpeted one and the carpeted floor mats. I've taken them out, put them on the side so you can see how nice and big this is. If we lift this up and lift this up, we have our tools and jack, and one more lift up, if I can get it, we'll get you a spare tire way down in the bowels of the car. So thank you, Kia, for providing that spare. We also have a security shade here, which is removable if you want to get it out of the way. Now, if you want to lower the rear seats, I'm going to leave this security shade up. You can either do it by reaching through the back tailgate, but with the security shade up, it makes it a little bit more difficult. You can come around the side. Here's the button. You just lift it and pull the seat forward. And I'm going to go around to the other side and do the same that way. But again, like I mentioned, without that security shade up, you can do it from the back. And then we just pull this one down. And then we have a lot more room for those larger items in this car. And without that security shade, if you take that out, then you're going to have a lot more height for even larger items. So nice job, Kia, and with the storage space here in the back. All right, here's a look at the window sticker, so you can take a look at everything that is in this 2023 Stinger GT2 all-wheel drive. Now, let's take it out on the road and see what she's got. All right, before we get started on the drive, I did want to show you that when you do put in on the turn signals, you have that 360 view camera underneath the side view mirror illuminate, so you can see your blind spots when you're making a turn, whether it's to the left side of the car or to the right side of the car. So that's a really nice touch from Kia. All right, we are driving the 2023 Stinger GT2, and we brought it up here onto some back roads to try to get a feel for how this thing is going to be when you're tuning it on the twisty bits. And the car has a firm ride, which I like. Not everybody's going to like that. I'm getting some nice feedback through the steering wheel. This car is rear wheel drive based. And then, of course, with the all-wheel drive, power will be sent to the front wheels under load if need be to consistently established grip. Now, these aren't the best tires for doing an exercise like this. I would have liked to seen Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's on this car rather than the Primacy Tour All Season. But I can understand that for most people, if they're getting all-wheel drive, they're most likely living in a place that has inclement weather in the winter, and they're going to need some tires that can handle snow, ice, and that sort of thing. So I can understand why. But right away, again, the Stinger has such a nice drive to it. Goes right down the road. Steering is direct. I got great visibility. Everything is easy to the touch as far as getting to everything on the dash to make any changes that I want. The seat bolstering is a bit aggressive in sport mode because the seat bolstering in the seats is tied to your mode selection. But overall, it's not that bad, but certainly if I'm going on a longer drive, I'm gonna not have it in sport because that would get a little uncomfortable on the old ribs. But this is a pretty fast car, you know, with the 368 horsepower, 3.3 liter twin turbo V6. So the all-wheel drive gets the power down really well, which is nice. And the ride's compliant. There are no squeaks, rattles. The suspension feels good underneath me. You know, it's damping the bumps in the road nicely, even though the ride is a bit firm. Obviously, the ride would be a bit softer if you went into comfort mode rather from sport. So something to think about there if you're not into really aggressive, firm suspension. But we're going to come down here, make a left, and we're going to take this into stop, and we're going to see how she handles here on this one back road with some twists to it. Now there's somebody going to come in behind me. So here we go. Now I'm going to let the transmission shift for itself. I'm not going to use the paddles. And we're coming downhill. Now we're going to go to an uphill and then a downhill right turn. Up the hill. Here comes the downhill right turn. On the brakes. Great. On the brakes again with the left turn. Fantastic. And then we're off to the races. So beautifully stable, planted to the ground on that right and then left turn. Really nice. Well engineered there here in the Stinger. And that's what I was expecting, you know, with this rear wheel drive bias or in the all-wheel drive. It just keeps the car planted to the ground and it gets that power where you want it to be to make this car move and handle really well. Coming out of the turn. No problem. No wheel hop, no wheel spin. It's all grip, just the way you want it. Long right-hand sweeper. Nice. Now back to a left-hand sweeper. Very nice. And now we're straightened out again. Beautiful. Great handling and grip on the road out of this Stinger GT2. So this car's got the package. It's got everything, you know, I needed a car for myself, right? It's got a nice interior. It's got good tech. It's got plenty of room in the back seats. It's got rear trunk space. That's fantastic. It's very, you know, it's got all-wheel drive. It's got a lot of things going for it. The question I have, and this is a question for you guys as well, is $56,000 price tag on a Stinger GT2 seems to me to be high. You know, in 2023, they've eliminated that mid-range trim, the GT1, so you can either get a Stinger GT line, which you can option between, let's say, 42 and 45 roughly, or you get the GT2, which you're going to option between 52 and 56. So there's a huge difference in price. GT line gives you the 4-cylinder engine, 300 horsepower. This one gives you 368 of the twin-turbo V6. Both of them can be optioned with all-wheel drive. So what do? You know, but 56 grand, and I'm sure the dealers are putting premiums on these. And I don't ask about that because I only advertise the published price from the manufacturer, which is the MSRP. And that's how I've always done it. But $56,015 Kia, for $56,015, this is a nice interior. It should be nicer. For $56,015, I should have 400 horsepower out of this engine rather than 368. You're going to want the bigger price tag. You got to give me more. If not, bring the price tag down a few $1,000s if you're going to leave the equipment the way it is. That's my view. I'd like to hear your view about this. Are you a Stinger fan? How do you like the GT2 or GT line? Or are you shopping, and what would you cross shop this against? You know, are you going to go something from one of the German brands? Are you going to go with something from one of the Japanese brands? Let me know what your thoughts are on this 2023 Stinger. Number one, I'm glad Kia made this for 2023 because they said 2022 is the end of the road for the Stinger, and then without any fanfare or any advanced warning, the 2023 Stingers started showing up on dealer lots out of the blue. So I'm glad they've kept it around. I can understand slimming down the trims to only 2. Makes sense to me. But, you know, let me know your thoughts on this car. I appreciate Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey, allowing the channel access to the car for this review today. I want to thank all of you for watching this review today. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you guys on the rebound. Take care, everybody.